What is up, everybody? RJ back with another video on a Saturday afternoon, watching the Steelers-Ravens game, and then I'm going to watch the other games next two nights. Well, actually tonight and tomorrow, sorry. A lot of good football. I'm a big football fan, just for you guys that know. Big Steelers fan. I like the Ravens too, so all you Raven fans don't hate on me for liking the Steelers, but I hope the Steelers win. This game's just starting for me. If they lose and you watch the video after they lose, please no bad comments about it. I mean, I'm just saying that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to give you guys a review. This is one of the ones that was requested on my last video when I talked about asking for help on what to review, what kind of videos you like to see. Backlash 2005 was requested. I'm going to get to this now. This is back, in case you guys didn't know. Actually, sorry, before we get into this, I showed on my last video, in case you didn't see it, the new Triple H magazine's out. He's back, which is good news here. Triple H is back. So, very excited about that. Big Triple H fan. Glad he's back. Alright, now this pay-per-view took place in 2005 on May 1st, 2005, if I'm not mistaken. And it for the most part was not that bad. For back in the 05, they had SmackDown pay-per-views and they had Raw pay-per-views, you know, which didn't exactly work. Especially the SmackDown ones, for the most part, they were bad back then. You know, you had JBL's champion a lot of times going against the Undertaker, and it just did not work that good back then. And hold on, let me turn this down. And for this one being a Raw one, it was not too bad. Let's just start off with saying that it was not bad. Not a bad pay-per-view at all. Had a couple of matches that were not that great. You see the disc there. But overall, it was not that bad. The first match of the night was Chris Jericho. Started off strong. Chris Jericho versus, where's that? Chris Jericho versus Shelton Benjamin for the Intercontinental Championship. It was actually a really good match. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. I know that they say the Honky Tonk Man's the longest reigning champion, but in my opinion, Chris Jericho is the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time. But I mean, that's just my opinion. If you don't agree, that's okay. Just an opinion. But that match was really good for a startup match. Then we move on to, if I'm not mistaken, it's the tag team turmoil match where the champion comes in first. It was William Regal and Tajiri as tag champs. It's kind of bizarre back then. Tag team division really wasn't that good in 05 either. You had them, you had more tag teams then, but not very good tag teams. You had them, then you had the Heartthrobs starting off the match. What a JOB team the Heartthrobs were, huh? Pretty bad. And they both get eliminated, both teams. Comes down to third team being Maven and, who was it? Maven and, Simon Dean. Maven and Simon Dean, they get eliminated quick, like they always do. After that, it was down to La Resistance and Rosie, or Rosie and who was it? I'm sorry, this match was not that good, so I really didn't pay that close attention to it. I just know it was bad. Rosie and Hurricane, there we go. When they were that tag team thing that they were doing, they actually won the titles that night. It was not a good match at all. The worst match of the night by far. Then we move on to the Chris Benoit versus Edge, a last man standing match. Very good. I'm a fan of both Chris Benoit and Edge in ring ability. Chris Benoit, one of the best technical wrestlers of all time. That's just my opinion. Very good match. Move on from there. We have the let's see, what was after. Oh, Kane and with Lita, which was when they were after they were married, versus Viscera with Trish, and this is when Trish was trying to get even with Lita, trying to get Kane taken out. This actually is one of the last times they were actually coming out as a team, because I think even the next night on Raw is when Edge took Lita from Kane and started that great storyline with Edge and Lita, Rated R Superstar storyline, which was fantastic. Everyone remembers that live celebration they had. It was fantastic. And then we move on, but the match sorry about that. The match itself was not that good though. That match was the second worst match of the night. Move on to Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan versus Muhammad Hassan and Daivari. Muhammad Hassan and Daivari are not good wrestlers by any means. Shawn Michaels backstory calls Hulk Hogan up. You know, he says right on Raw, anyone that remembers it, he says, "I need you, Hulk." Right after the Hall of Fame thing that took place a month before, where Hogan said never say never, which we all know he came back for way more than one match, even though at the end of this he says it's his last match. We all know he always says that. For what it was a good match, very entertaining to see Hogan out there with Michaels tagging. Everyone knows that a month after this is when Hogan caught that sweet chin in the middle of celebration on Raw. That's where it started off the SummerSlam rivalry, where Shawn Michaels oversold everything. Funny match though, very good match. I really like the Shawn Michaels Hulk Hogan match for SummerSlam. Very entertaining. Then we move on to the main event, being Triple H, who just recently lost the title at WrestleMania 21, versus Bautista, who gained the title from him. Triple H makes this big promo about the pedigree, and you're only one pedigree away from losing. The match itself was not that bad. This was by far Batista's best title run was his first. Because everyone knows all the other title runs he had all the way up until this last heel one was really quick. A lot of times, even more than once, he lost the title less than a week after gaining it. I mean, he lost it to Jericho in the cage. He lost it because Orton came out there and broke his arm. Batista had a lot of terrible title runs. My favorite moments for Batista was his evolution moments and the moments of him being heel in his last run before he quit the WWE. But this match was really good. Batista takes a lot. Ric Flair entertaining in the corner as always. Definitely a great main event. Overall, this DVD is not that bad. If you want to know the special features, you've got DVD exclusives, Lita and Edge backstage where they're saying hey to each other. Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels post-match interview where he says, "Oh, it's my last match," and then he has his son on the phone or something, so he has to run. Christian and Tomko interview, Muhammad Hassan interview, Val Venus versus Tyson Tomko. No one cares about that match. That match was it's only 6 minutes long, and most of it was just interest. That's how bad that was. So that's a worthless special feature. Then you got promos for Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Batista. Overall, that's all that's on it. You won't be seeing that right there anymore, guys. But anyways, thanks for watching this. Please comment and subscribe if you haven't. I'd really appreciate it. Always enjoy the comments. Comment. Depending on what you guys say, helps me decide what to do next. So please comment on this, and thanks for watching. I really hope that Raw and SmackDown's good this coming up week. TNA was kind of crazy, but I'll talk about that in another video. Thanks for watching, guys.